It's your favorite granny. Let me find some good light. Every time I move around the curve, it goes out. Anyway, I miss y'all. Granny miss y'all so much. I am on this track right now, getting my walk in, soaking up some of this vitamin D, and then I'm gonna go home and get some work done. So yeah, we about to get this walk in. I'm on my second lap. I got 2 more laps to go because I like to do 4 laps, then go home and work out. So I will see y'all back at the house. Woo! Our granny is tired, y'all. She tired. Did my 4 laps on my way home. But I'm not going to exercise because I did backwards this morning. I exercised first and had my tea and meditation and all of that. And then I came outside. Let me see where the light is best. There we go. Yeah, so now I'm on my way home to get myself cleaned up and get ready to eat because I haven't eaten yet. And it is, I don't know what time it is. I know it's after 12 noon. And I haven't eaten yet. So here are the items I'm using. I'm using organic cacao powder, some chlorella, some MSM, and my base is almond milk. And I buy the sweetened. The reason why I buy the sweetened is because I do smoothies, my own smoothies, and I don't want to have to add any sweetener to it. So I'll go ahead and just get the sweetened one, and I use it just for my smoothies. Sometimes I put it in my oatmeal, but most of the time just for my smoothies. And I have some turmeric. This is an old butter, vegan butter thing that I use. And there's some turmeric. And here's an old vegan cream cheese container that I chopped up. This is frozen ginger that I chopped up myself. And I keep it in the freezer so I can put it into my smoothie. And as you can see, I have more to chop up. I have like 3 or 4 more of these things. I'll probably do it either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. All right, so there she is. I'm gonna cover her up and stick her in the freezer. I've got her inside this old Hardee's cup that I saved when I was walking in the neighborhood, and I decided to get one of those dollar teas. I got the unsweetened tea, and so I said, this would make a good one to save my, I know I said smoothie earlier, but I meant ice cream, homemade ice cream. So the only thing I didn't put in today that I wish that I had put in after I thought about it was bananas. I have some frozen bananas in the freezer for this, and I forgot, but that's okay. I can do it just like this. Okay, I'm about to get into this. Oh, let me go get a spoon. It's more like an icy because I didn't really mix it. I've just blended, made it like a smoothie style. So I'm gonna leave it in a little bit longer, but let me taste it and see how it is. Oh my gosh, y'all. The ginger makes the difference. Oh my goodness. Let me stick this back in here. It's gonna be ready later on tonight. Oh my goodness. Hey, grannies, babies, how y'all doing? It is, what day is this? This is, let's see, podcast Friday. Today is Friday. You know what? I said I was never gonna be one of those YouTubers that couldn't remember what day it was. But since staying at home a lot more, everything just blurs. On my way to the Dollar Tree again. See if I can get some better light. There we go. On my way to the Dollar Tree again, out walking, enjoying this beautiful sun. It's so nice out here early this morning. And yeah, just gonna go pick up a few things, not much. I just finished getting my books for class. I'm doing digital right now during the pandemic because there's no point in trying to order a hard copy and it takes forever and a day to get it. I was fortunate to get my one of the books from the first term, and that came like maybe nearly a week late, And some people going into the third week still didn't have theirs, which, you know, I was like, I'm not fooling with that. So until things clear up from sister you know who, I'll just be doing digital, which is taking some getting used to, but it's cool. It's not bad. Y'all, you won't believe what I found at the Dollar Tree. I can't believe it myself. Because remember the last time I did a Dollar Tree haul, I had veggie burgers. I tasted them just to see, so, you know, if I was going to like it or not. And so if I did, I was going to get some more. I didn't really care for it. It's kind of mushy. I don't care for that brand. I don't even remember the name of the brand, but I found something else I have been wanting. I found some cream cheese, and it is plant-based. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, are you focused? Okay, yeah, it is plant-based. You can see right there, it is plant-based and dairy-free. And so, yeah, I've never heard of this brand, but I'm going to try it out just to see how it is. So, of course, you know, I had to get some bagels. And like I said, I'm not really like a vegan or anything like that, but I'm somewhere between like 85 to 90% plant-based, and I'm okay with that for right now. I'm okay with that. The other things that I had gotten from the last haul are basically not for me. I got that because sometimes my nieces and nephews come to visit me, especially my nephew. If he's hungry, that boy's gonna come right in the kitchen and he's gonna fix him something to eat. No questions, he'll just start washing his hands and fix himself something to eat. So I make sure there's enough for them too. But the majority of that stuff that I bought wasn't even for me. It's just to get everything started for the winter, making sure I have enough. So I want to make sure that my babies eat too. Now I am about to start on supper for the weekend, because this is the weekend that I go to the nursing home and I work for 16 hours on Saturday and Sunday. So this is what I am proposing to fix for supper. It won't take long. So I'm gonna mix some lentils with some green split peas. So here's some yellow, so you can see that, some yellow lentils. I have red lentils and I have regular lentils. And then I have some green split peas, and they all cook about the same time. And it only will take about a half an hour at the most to cook them. But I'm going to also do some peppers and some onions. I have a mixture of different peppers that I'm going to mix with that, and just use plenty of herbs with them. So that's going to be my meal for the weekend. Just that and some onions and maybe some brown rice. I'm not exactly sure, but I may add some rice to it. You know, I gotta feed my babies. What I do now is just throw it out in the yard now, because they were really making a mess on this porch. So I'm gonna clean this up. They've gotten better, because here lately I've been throwing it out in the yard. And that's where everybody congregates now. Charmin and Charmaine, the two squirrels that I feed, they still come up here. So once in a blue moon, I'll still put things right there for them. But right now, everybody's, I don't know if you can see that good or not, but everybody's stuff is, let me see if I can find it, because I can see it, but you can't see it. But anyway, I have everybody's food out there. I don't think you can see it. Now I got everything washed. I've cleaned the lentils. So let me show you what I'm putting in there. Putting in some onion. I just chopped those up. Now normally what I do is I just put the onion in there whole and it falls apart. And as you stir it up, it'll fall apart and go through it. I usually don't do that. But I was in thought today, so I decided to go ahead and chop it up. And then we're going to add some garlic. See if that'll focus for you. There we go. I just chopped that up fresh, nice and fresh. We're going to put some of that in there. Y'all remember that last Dollar Tree haul I did? This is why I buy it. I get these packets out of there and I throw the noodles away. And I use the packets for my beans and my soup. So I'm going to put this in there. Some black pepper. Got to have some pepper in there. So we're going to add some of that in there. She's starting to boil. All right, y'all know my favorite herb to add to everything, basil. I put this in just about everything. We're going to add quite a bit of that in there. All right, now while that is going, y'all know what else I found at the Dollar Tree? I was surprised. They are really moving up in the plant-based world at the Dollar Tree. I found me some almond milk. Promise you, I found some almond milk. They don't usually carry that. I've never even heard of this brand. I picked it up and I just got one because I wanted to see what it tastes like before I decided to get more. And I like buying them in these when it gets close to time to stock for the winter, because they last longer and the dates on there, it doesn't expire as quick as the ones you put in the refrigerator. So I like buying these when it gets close to time to start stocking up for the winter. But I'm going to try this. And if I like it, I'm definitely going to get some more. Y'all know what? A granny forgot to put that peppers in with the beans, with the lentils. So she's going to work this out. She's going to work this out. All right, I just needed to get them thawed. They're ready to go into the beans. The beans have done cooking, but they still hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these over in here and just put the top on it and just let the heat do its thing. I'm not cooking anything right now. Everything is off. I'm just going to let the heat do its thing. Found some jasmine rice, so I'm fluffing that up now, and then I'm going to allow that to sit and dry out a little bit. Ooh, the steam is still hot. But yeah, I'm going to let this dry out a little bit so it won't be so, clumpy and mushy. There it is. It looks so good. Oh my God, the house smells so good, y'all. So this is regular lentils, yellow lentils, red lentils, and green split peas. I got onions and garlic in here, some different herbs, especially basil, and then I have peppers. Ooh, yum, yum, yum. All right, so we squared away for the weekend. There's jasmine rice with the lentils and the peppers and everything. You know what? I got two of these, but one of these will actually last me the whole weekend just about. Now, I had to give me a little taste. Granny had to. She had to. Hold on. Hold your draws. Just hold your draws. She's about to try it. Y'all. I'm wasting it. It's so good, y'all. But I can do lentils and beans anytime. There is never a time that if I'm cooking beans or someone else is cooking beans, like my mama or my auntie, I don't eat from everybody, but like my mom or my auntie, they cook it, I'm down. I am definitely down. I really have missed you guys. And last week, I was so busy. I'm gonna do another video talking about what happened last week. I completed my first year residency and I passed. I passed. Oh, you have no idea. I did. I missed y'all. But it was very intense, so I didn't get the opportunity to do a video last week because it was that intense. One day it was about nearly 11 hours. I was so tired. All I did was drink some water and go to bed afterwards because it was that intense. But anyway, I really miss y'all. All I have to say right now to you before I end is never count yourself out. I don't care who counts you out. Never, ever count you out. You be the one to be your cheerleader. If no one else is your cheerleader, you be your cheerleader. Because in my corner, I have people who cheer me on verbally, but that's all they can do is give me verbal cheers. They can't do anything financial wise or help me study or anything like that. But you know what? It's okay. I don't worry about that. That's okay. Some people would get upset about that, but I don't care. It just long as it's getting done, I am well okay with that. And so, but like I say, don't count yourself out, no matter what you've been through in life. And one day I'm going to sit still long enough to tell you the full story of what has been going on in my life. That's the reason why I'm doing more on this channel, because I am the glare from the window. I want to share more because hopefully it will help somebody else who's been through the same thing. Going through intimate partner violence is nothing to sneeze at. Anything rough in life is not worth sneezing at, but especially when you get to the point where you nearly losing your life. Nearly. There are so many people who have lost their lives within that, and that's the reason why I talk about that on my podcast. So if you're not following my podcast, please do. It's called Proactive Eye. I will leave the link for it in the description. And I talk about child abuse. I talk about intimate partner violence known as domestic violence. I also talk about sexual assault and sexual violence. And I talk about suicide prevention as it relates to abuse. And that hits home to me a lot. I never had suicidal ideation, but I know plenty of people who have had it. And I also know people who have gotten rid of themselves because of domestic violence, because they lost hope. And hopefully I'm going to learn how to do those cards so I can point and say, if you haven't seen that video, go there or there or there, right here. I haven't learned that yet, but give Granny time. Give Granny time. She gonna learn it. She gonna learn it. But anyway, yeah. So one of the stats I use a lot that really just stirred me up about that is that victims and survivors of abuse are 2 times more than likely to attempt suicide multiple times. And this also includes homicide, suicide in the context of abuse. And so that bothers me a lot. So that's the reason why I include it on my podcast. Let's see what else I want to talk about. Oh, Friday. So late last night, because usually what I do is I publish the next episode for the podcast early, like 8 a.m. on Friday morning, EST time. But I decided to do it late last night. So it was around, I guess, somewhere around midnight when I published it and the blog. And on there, I'm talking about financial abuse, something I went through during my marriage. And a lot of people don't understand the ramifications of financial abuse. I only gave a snippet of my experience. One of these days, like I said, I'm going to sit down and everything I talk about on the podcast, I only give snippets of it. I don't give the whole story. I'm going to start including the whole story as much as I am willing to share here, because I want to help people. It's not to tear my ex-husband down. I don't believe in doing that because, first of all, I don't want the karma from that. Sister Karma can stay on somewhere else with that. I don't want that. And another thing too, he has his issues. He has his healings that he need to go work through also. So I do not want to be the one to be a stumbling block in his healing if he chooses to heal from that, because it has to be a choice. But even if he doesn't, I don't ever want it to be said that she's the reason why I didn't. So I'm only going to share for information purposes, Not because, girl, this is what he did and he did that and you know that wasn't right. No. I want to share information wise because I want people who have experienced it to know there's better. Those who are going through it, I want you to know there's victory on the other side of that door. And I want to be able to help you to get all the information you need before you reach over and turn that doorknob to get to the other side of that threshold. Because there's a lot of peace, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of happiness. Of course, as you get to the other side, sometimes it comes with its negativity also, because that's just life. But as you escape from abuse, a life of abuse, when I say nothing beats peace, nothing beats peace. It doesn't. So that's all I want to share with you right now. So I'm going to do another video talking about my first year residency. I'm going to go more into detail about that. And I'm going to make sure I get that clothing haul for y'all. I haven't forgotten. And a lot of people are inboxing me about my hair wraps. I love these. I'm going to showcase all of them on its own separate video because I have like about 6, maybe 7 of them. Only have one that's solid. The rest of them are printed like this. They're reversible, so I can turn them, but the band that's attached to them, yeah, that is still going to be printed. So even if I turn it to the other side, you still see this printed band, which is okay. I love it. And I'm still loving my earrings from Tony Daly. Thank you, Tony. I'm about to go on the site and get some more. But yeah, Granny miss y'all. So I'm going to end this now because I've ran out of things to say and I'm starting to ramble. And that's not good. So just remember, healing is a continuous process, not a one-shot deal. Love you guys. I miss you. And I promise I'm coming back.